Today what we are going to look at is it okay that we can create another page that our viewers can always flip between pages? Like have a page showing these videos, maybe have another page showing the full details. Maybe if this person needs to download the details, they can go there and download. Maybe there is a page for details. There is a page. Today we are going to do the basics, how we link if you have more than one pages, how you link. This is our previous dashboard. And I think I will try to create another dashboard. So this one I'm going to call it home, or I'm going to call it summary. Let me call it summary. Then we are going to create another page that we are going to call home. So always, if you want to create linked pages, or you're creating a dashboard that is going to have more than one pages, we always make sure that the theme is the same, right? So the theme is like the background is the same. When someone hovers from one page to the other, they don't feel there is something changing. So here I can duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate this. So duplicating this, we do move or copy. Then move or copy, I will want to put it at the top. Then I will create a copy, because when you move, we are not moving it to another sheet. It is this same sheet we are doing. But when you're moving it to another sheet, you can always come and select here. So we create a new copy and we do OK. Now there are two different options how you can do this. The other option is, if I delete this, I can always drag this, but dragging it while pressing a control, you drag it on the side. When you're dragging it with your mouse, you see that plus document. And when you release at any space you have released it, that's where that page will be. So when I release, it will create a duplicate. So when you check this and this, they are duplicates. So let me move this. I want to move it on the left. Then we call this home. So we call that home. Now on home, I don't want to have some of the charts, because they will already be on summary. So you can always come and delete these. Then after that, we are going to have another page. Why do I want you always to create a copy? Is to make sure that we don't repeat the designing part we did, the theme, and we can always have the same format and change slightly colors, but the arrangement and everything stays the same, such that when we start linking these pages, we want 3 pages. I'm going to create another duplicate from this, but we can go with the home first. Now home, maybe I don't need the slicer in home. I can remove all these. Now, if you want to select the visuals and their headers and name them, selecting one by one is going to be tiresome. This is how we do it. You go under home. There is always find and select. I know most of us have never used this this function. There is always select objects, select pen. So when you click on select pen, it brings all the objects we have here. You see, all these are the objects we have here. When you select on anything, it shows you this is this visual, this is this chart. And though we didn't arrange them right, but we could be just clicking on a group and the whole group does. So when you come to the selection pane, if you're creating a dashboard that is going to be used for years and you'll be adding and updating things, you can always even rename these. Like now this, I'll say this is a calls reached scorecard. Like this. Such that when I'm looking at these groups, and if I click on this scorecard and I click on this I can make it disappear, the whole of it, like that. So I know as we continue in the career of learning more data, when you reach Power BI, that's when you appreciate such things. But for now, know that Excel has a selection pane. You can hide something from your dashboard, but you keep it in the background. Like if I want to use it again, I keep it. If I want to share this report of mine and I don't want some things to be visible to my boss, I will come here and highlight them off. You see, like that header, it goes. But to do this with ease, you can always rename them. Yes, it is tedious, but there is a way how it gives you ease in updating your things. So if I say I'm hiding this chart, that chart will be hidden. I can put even another chart here on top of it, such that I have two charts in one space. So it becomes easier for me to show a chart and hide a chart, which means here I can have two charts. At the point when I want to show a chart, I show it. Or at the point when I want to hide a chart, I hide it. When you go to apps like Power BI, that's how we build dashboards in Power BI. I think those will be our next classes, like around April. I will appreciate if some people shift and upgrade from this class to those classes. Now, here what I was telling you, we want to remove all these visuals because we need to leave this as our home page. We are creating our home page. So there is this, that's the selection pane. Then there is a select objects. Now, when I click on select objects, it means this cursor now can no longer select cells or can no longer select, I call them cells. You can't select a cell and type there. The only thing now you can select their objects. You see, you can go ahead, select objects only. So by doing that, it means that I want to select all these. I can go ahead and close that pane. I want to select all these charts and delete them at once because I don't need them. So I can go ahead and first reduce this such that I see all of them at once like this. Then come and put here my cursor. Remember, it is in a mode of select objects. You can't select cells here. You can't type anything in Excel when the cursor is like this. By the way, that is a trick. Someone can trick you and put it in select objects, and you feel like your Excel is having a bug. Now here, I can drag like this and select all the visuals at once. Oh, this was a table. This was a pivot table direct brought here. It means it is not an object. So here you see when you select objects, I can delete those objects. Then when I come and select this, I can also delete those objects. Here the object we have is the header, that one. Remember why, why this is not an object. This is a pivot table we brought directly here. That's a pivot table we brought directly here. So for it is not an object, which means you can't select it. The only thing to do here is removing it directly. Removing it, which means we have to take back the cursor. When you select this again, you remove now the select object feature. Now you see here you can select cells. So that's where we can come here and select the whole of this pivot table and delete it like that. So if we want to have the same colors here, you can have this like this and drag it on the right. Here we go. Now we want to create this as our home page. So I want to move this one slightly down since our home page is just going to have a welcome note. Welcome to maybe call center sales dashboard or Subtech call center dashboard. So which means we have to move these like at the bottom. Remember now on a welcome page, we can always have these. We can always have the pivots, these scorecards, which can sometimes be linked to a slice at the other side, such that when I reach to this dashboard like a home page, I should see the summary of what this company is all about. So that's why I will leave these summaries here, but I can select them, move them somehow at the bottom So it means that now this time we shall increase this color at the bottom. So when I select that and I do a Control D, I can increase the blue up to there. Control D, it will increase the blue up to there. So I want to move these at the bottom. So moving them, you can still use the select. We move them at once. We don't want to go back into aligning and all that. Select all of them like that. You can even use your arrows on the keyboard and move them this way. So this is my home page. Now we can move this to the end. Here, remember, we want to distribute such that the space is even. And when I move that to the end, now I select all of them like this. Remember what we did last time. Huh? Actually, we selected this, Control, this, and this. Then you come to Graphics, Align, Distribute horizontally. So why it is bringing this, it is because some things are not grouped. You see these are being skewed because I think we put them after. Let me first go back. Let's group this to make sure that they are all one. Right click, group. Let's do this such that when we move, it moves as one. Group. We confirm if they are grouped. When you right click and it gives you group, let's regroup again. Just to make sure that as we do our stuff, we don't have anything misaligned. So every scorecard is grouped. Let's do this. Select all of them. We all know this. Go to graphic format. Then we are distributing horizontally. You see right now, it moves at once, which means now we can increase this head of ours. This header now can increase, and we shall have this one increased. We can have even a welcome note here, or you can have a picture of people in a call center. We are going to look for that picture. So, which means when I move this, I can subtech sales dashboard. So this time I can say this is, I don't want to call it call center. Maybe we can add other pages of logistics or finance, because now this is the overview. So I will do like this. You can also put your own naming, because we are going to repeat this in our assignments. So I can increase this and center it. So that is the dashboard we have. Then this can always be here. Then we can go and pick a good picture that will match as a welcome note for anybody who will be accessing our dashboard. So how do we do that? The image that has a high resolution, you can say headset. You'll pick the best pictures you can use, but for now, let me just to show you how you align this. So I can align that. Then here on picture style, there are always picture styles you can pick to make sure that you try to have it somehow standing better. Like I will go with this. So I can have that. Then we can pick another picture. But it is up to you how you're going to design your home page. I want us to design our home pages to make sure that you put an image that when someone visits your dashboard, they can never want to leave. So I'll pick another picture, which is this still. So if I want to, whatever setting I've done here, if I want to put it on this, just click on that, home, format painter, click on this. So whatever, if you have done like 5 settings here, it is a matter of copying the settings. You don't have to redo something again. So since we are focusing on, you can always have these feint on transparency, like you reduce transparency, you can do that like that, such that it doesn't shout a lot. So sometimes you'll want to put pictures in the background to make sure that when someone reaches this dashboard, they know this is talking about call center, but they are faint because I want to put maybe some data in front of this, like this. So that was just to show you how you put pictures, welcoming pictures or notes onto your home screen. But I'm not saying you use exactly what I'm using. Then you can always put a welcome note here. Please reach out to us, call on this number, WhatsApp on this number. Just do that design on your bit. Now, the next thing I want to look at is I want to add here pages, a navigation at the right. And that navigation is the navigation we are going to use on all the sheets we are going to create. So this is a summary. We are not going to repeat anything on this. It will stay like this. Then I'll create another sheet, which we are going to call details. So we can copy another dashboard, which I will paste here. Then we call this details. So we have home, summary, details. Then you can even have contact us, where you'll put maybe all the emails of the staff, all the phone numbers of the staff. Just it is all about how you want to make it. Now this, I'm going to try to move something here because I want to use this space here in the corner for navigation. So it means all pages I have to preserve this space here in the corner for navigation. So we can do that. How do we do it? We can move maybe some part of the charts downwards or reduce their size. Then we maintain some space here. Or we can move these ones on the left, but it means that moving them on the left, we shall move them at the bottom. We have the header at the top. Then also you may not need the header since you already have a home screen. A home screen that will have all the welcoming notes and everything. It means now under this summary, you don't need the header, right? I think we aligned with this. So I'll go ahead and remove the header from here. This is still in select object here. It is still in select object. So I can remove it, select on those headers. We remove them. Now, you want to again select objects, then move everything. For that, move it on the right. So like this. So we no longer need a header here. It means that. Now, we do the same on details. Actually, on details, since you have done a bit of alignment, the other side you can again recopy, but let's go ahead and do this. Please you stay on the call because the next part we are going on is the biggest part, that why we are here on linking pages. Select that, move them at the extreme here. So it means we can leave the scorecards on every page. Then here I will need details, and details is going to be entirely this table, which means we can have it stretched for all the details we need to pick. So which means on details we shall not need all these graphs. All these graphs, we shall not need them on details. But what we shall need is to increase or expand this. Then You can work on this slicer. This time, the way I told you, you can give it 2 columns to make it either shorter, or you can have it at the top, but let's go with that. Now, I will obviously save. Now, you see that every page, we are preserving some space on the right. That's why I want to put the page links. So let's start putting the page links. First of all, how do we put the page links? You can always create a good design on how they are going to look like. So we are going to insert shapes.
Chris.
Yep.
Maybe just to take you back a little, can we expand this since it was picked from the pivot table? You go to details. This, can we really expand it?
You expand it by adding more details, because remember our data here, the data we have this side, there are some things maybe you'll have not picked, or you may want to increase or have all this what is here, such that when you select, because remember at some point we shall hide the data where it is picking from, or even this data may be a connection only, as we shall see in the last 2 sessions we shall have using Power Pivot. The people who are looking at this report may not see these details, but they will see the details from this report. So which means here we can go ahead and increase the cell, the column width, such that this one spans and have all the details as they are on the table here. Or even you can go ahead and create the same picture of this side, but we saw that when you create the picture, you lose the condition formatting. Let's see how we can work out with that. That one you can always look through how you can toggle it out. For now, let's first link the pages. So linking the pages, I'm going to use a shape. There are these shapes here. There are those shapes where I can increase maybe something like this. So anything, the page we shall be on, obviously we shall give it different colors and all that, but these are the shapes we are going to use. Then another thing, we want to make it in a way that someone should know which page they are on. So we can go with this shape, or you can even go always with this shape that is rounded. There is this and that. So there are these 2 shapes which are always common in linking pages. So let's go with this. Let's leave out this. Now, which means this shape we are going to do it 3 times, because on every page we want to see home, summary, and details. So we are going to copy this one 3 times. So I will press a Ctrl, drag this on the side. That's the easiest way of copying shapes. You press a Ctrl, you drag it and drop it on the side, like how we did with a sheet. The same thing you do with shapes. Now let me undo. I don't know whether there is any question up to here. You select this because we want to create it 3 times since we have 3 pages. You press a Ctrl, drag on the side, press a Ctrl, drag on the side. You'll be copying the different sheets. So we are going to format one and paste the results on the other. So what do we need first? We need to remove that borderline. So you come here on shape outline and you say, I don't need a shape outline. You see how it becomes. Then first of all, we want to give it a sharp color that stands out from the background. So still we shall stick with a blue. We come here on shape fill. We shall stick with a blue, but not this blue which is already being used. So we shall go with a blue that is dark. So you can pick out a blue that is dark. You can go either light or dark, but let's go with dark. I think I can go with this. Does this stand out? No. There is a dark. Yeah. So that stands out, though still it is missing something. Here our struggle is to make sure that we keep the company theme. We don't have to deviate much from the company theme. So we can go with that dark blue. Does that stand out? No. Then if we go with light, the light stands out. Well and good. Now, if the light stands out, then it means that when I double click here, I will be having a position to put a text. Now, this one I'm going to call it home. And the home, I will make it sure that it is centered. So you come back home here, you center this. You even center it in the middle, increase its font, then bold it like this. So this is how it looks like. It means here I'm home. Now, what else do we need? We need now to make sure that we differentiate them. What is selected is different from what the other pages. So we can first copy this to all these by selecting it, Format Painter, select on this, it changes it. Format Painter, selecting this, it changes it. Now here, we are supposed to put their summary, like this. And here, we are supposed to put details. We are together. Now, we want to put this in the same line. So, putting them in the same line, it is no longer hassle to us. Select all of them. We want to put them in the line summary is. You come here, align, and select top. You get. Then we want them to have the same spacing. You can go to align and distribute horizontally. There you go. But we have too much space. We don't want any space between them. So you can always bring them near each other like this because we don't want any space between them. So here we go. Then we also bring that there. So making sure that there is no space we leave in between. And there you go. So you can always increase this to maximum. You can use your arrows at the bottom here to make sure that you are aligning better. Nothing remains unattended to. Now, if we go to pen, when you click on any shape, you always have a pen selection. So if I select this pen, you see these are the rectangulars I'm having with the top corners. So when I select this, this is the summary one. So I can always call it summary. Why am I naming them? I want to make sure that I align them when I'm looking at them. When I select this, this is the home. So you can always rename them. When I select this, this is the details. Control A, then details. So I want the home to be at the top. Then the summary next, then the details next. Why am I doing that? Because of the shadow that you see. Home should be top, summary, then details. Now, how do we remove this lining here? That's my question. How do you remove that lining? I'm thinking about something. So how I remove this lining, I'm supposed to bring something that can easily blend with the background. So you can go ahead and bring a shape. Insert. You insert a shape here, a rectangular shape. This, I can start from here, insert up to there. But I'm putting this shape to make sure that it blends with the background. How am I going to blend it with the background? Just go to outline, give it no outline. Make sure that it has no outline. No outline means it doesn't have any borders. Then come on the fill shape, select the exact color the background is having. You see the way how it has matched, and they are all in the same line. Now, after doing that, we want the page we are on to always be in yellow. Then the other pages remain in that same color they are in. Because we are using, remember our colors, yellow and blue. Please use the theme you're using. Now, since we're on a home page, I'm going to select this home, come back on shape fill, make it yellow like this, such that someone should know I am on home page. So if I take this back, you can see how it stands out. I'm on the home page of our dashboard, and you see how it stands out. Now, before we go far to copy this to other pages, let's start linking them. Let's link them. Now, I will click on this home. We are linking pages. I will click on that home, right click, then link. There is link here. So when you click on link, it will open this dialog. Now, when it opens this dialog, there is browse folder, browse pages, recent files, but we are focusing on pages. No, place in this document, I think, yeah. Existing, don't look at file or web page. We are looking at place the link in this document. Now, what are we linking in this document? We are linking this in to home. In other words, when someone clicks home, this person should be brought in cell, which means you can even always point the cell this person should, which cell should be selected. So we can look at A1. A1 is always the first cell in a sheet, which means when someone clicks home, we'll always come to home A1. I will click on home and say OK. Let's go here on summary. When someone clicks on summary, what should we get? Still on place in this document, summary page A1. It's OK. Then we go to details. When someone clicks on details, where should we go? Right click, sorry. Make sure that you're right clicking the whole shape, not the text. So go on link, linking, place in this document. I'm linking this to details, linking. Now, the moment you remove the select object, it is not out. If I come, you see now, if I bring my cursor on this shape, it brings an arm, and that arm on all user interfaces and browsers, it means that's a button you're clicking, which means if I click home, you see my cursor comes here. You're right. When I click summary, it takes me to summary. When I go back, because I haven't brought the button this side, when I click details, it takes me back to details. Now let's do the magic for. Now remember here, we have this shape of ours which we don't want to leave behind. So which means we are going to make sure that we select them. If you want to make sure that everything is in the right position, always first check this select pen. Then you see your pens here. Then you can say, this is my blind shape. Blind shape is the shape I put in front to make sure that it blinds the other the other shadow I had. Now, if you want, you can select all these four by pressing a control and clicking. You select all of them, then you right click and group. There is grouping here. There's grouping we can do from here, but let's use the grouping we are sure of by coming to the edge here and right click, then you group and create a group. So here they have been grouped. Then you call this, we call it a navigation pen. That's our navigation pen. This pen. So it means that it is easy for me now. Every time I come to my pen, wait a minute. Yeah. my navigation pane, but make sure this blind shape is always at the top. It is blinding the other ones at the bottom. Now, let's copy this to summary and to details and make sure that we are copying it in the same position. So here I will come on select pen, select objects. You know why I keep selecting objects? Such that I don't want to confuse by selecting cells. You know when you select cells, it selects behind the object. So I have to remove this cursor by come find and select objects. That one helps you that you're only going to select you're only going to select objects. You see, I have selected the whole pen. Copy it, bring it to summary, paste it. Now it will always go at the extreme end. Please, you can always move it like this and put it in the right position. You can even go the other side and see the right position it is in, put it in the right position. Then you come here on details, paste this one here, it will go to the extreme. Oh, no. I'm not meant to move that. Just click on, now you see if I click on navigation pane, it gets selected immediately, which means I can move it without any hassle like this. So I'm moving this one here, this is details. But remember, these we have moved, they don't have, sorry. Oh, yeah. I get it here. When you group them, this grouping comes on top and we lose. Now we can ungroup because we are grouping to make sure we move for us to remain with, just a moment. I think there is something here. Oh, we have to first remove the select objects. Then we can see them linked. So you see now they are linked. Remember why we linked before we moved this? Actually, let me put all the shapes in the same zoom. That is 80 and this is 80. We also move this to 80 such that we can easily see nothing much changing. This is starting from, okay, now when you select here and move to shape, this is the sizing. Excel doesn't give position, but other systems give position. So if you want to reduce, increase sizing, but that is not going to work for us. But you can play with your thing to make sure that if you say my home button is going to match with line P, between P and Q, you can do that to make sure that you are aligning them better. It is all about you, how you put it right. So that's it, which means right now, if I click on home, we stay on home. If I click on summary, we go on summary. If I click on details, we go on details. But now let's go and change this. Let me put the pen. Since on summary, we want now the summary to be yellow. We want the summary to be yellow. This summary, we want it to be yellow. We come on shape format. You make it feel yellow. And we want the home this time to be a blue. Shape fill, you make it this blue. No, it is not that blue. Which blue are we using? It's this. You have to make sure that you keep the colors right. Then I want on the summary page, this summary should come at front. So I will bring this and put it here, such that it appears that it is in front of the detail and home. We have done that. Then let's go to details, we do the same. Now on details, we want the detail to be yellow. The detail to be yellow, so I'll come on shape format, shape, and make that a yellow. Then remember now the detail want it to move at the top, but don't move it at the top of blind shape, otherwise you're going to have the other crookedness, this. So remember we have a blind shape that is somehow putting a straight line. Then the detail goes on top and we make the home. You see, it is easy for me to select the shapes when I'm having this selection pane than struggling with your mouse to select a pen or a shape where you keep making mistakes. So I make that, oh, I'm supposed to make this a blue. We're using this blue. Yeah, right. So the detail now, you see the detail is somehow on top. Actually, we can even move the shape such that it looks linear on top, this, that. Then you can also make it in a way that when I'm selecting a detail, for it, it moves like that, then it shows a different color from the others, even the shape, someone to know that I'm on the detail page, which means you can move it on beyond the blind shape, such that someone really sees that I'm on the detail page. So you can do the same here. You move the summary on top. You see here it clearly shows that the summary is outside. Then the home here, we move it beyond the pen. So clearly here it shows us that really we're on the home page. Now let's close this. Now someone has come on your dashboard, clicks on home, is here on home. You will have put some details here on home. Clicks on summary, goes on summary, clicks on details, goes on details, comes back on summary, comes back home. So it becomes easy. It means that even if I hid this shape, I will show you how we hide this. We hide even these numbers, the row numbers and the column numbers, such that people just look at my dashboard, nothing else. They don't look at the naming, they don't look at the column headers and all that. Before I go far, we have 30 minutes to go, which we are going to use to make our headers customized somehow. Is there any question on linking pages? Because now our pages are linked. You see, I can no longer click down. I'm just clicking on the linked pages. That's how websites are. You go to home, you go to details. You can even put another page, like a page that has contact us. You put there your WhatsApp numbers, you put there your websites, you put there even the map of where your office is. Like if you have branches, you can put a map pinning out the branches you have. I'm saying that we are going to do that in our assignment. Add a fourth. You're going to add, for your case, you're going to add a fourth. If I can copy this here, and I call this contact us. Contact us. Now on contact us, which means I will expect you to add here a fourth shape that goes to contact us. Now on contact us, obviously contact us can be on the main page. Actually, let's leave it out. Let's leave it out. So on contact us can be on the home page. So on the home page, before we go far, we can go on, we can pick out any map. Let's say, let me say NSSF offices. But here I'm saying you put your own offices. You go to all. When you put your office on any map, if you have put it on Google Maps, it will always give you such. I'm not going to say we link it. Obviously, we can copy a link or the link of the direction, but I'm going to screenshot this, or you can right click and save it as an image, or you can copy the image. Let's save it as an image, and it will save. I call this address, right? Then I save the address. So if I save the address, we are still building on our home page. You come here, you say insert an image from my device, address, and insert. So this is it. So you'll put it here. You see that the images we added is to just make sure that it blends, but you may not need them so much. So you may have that. You can make it transparent, that such that you have something in the background. You see how I have made it transparent. such that I have the other stuff in the background, like someone on a call. You can increase on that transparency actually, like that. Now, you can put a link to this map, such that if someone clicks on this map, should go directly on the Google Maps. So you can go to, if you have searched your office, and this is the link, you can copy this link. So when you click on this link, share, you have it here. So you can go ahead and copy this. Now, when I copy that and I come here to my URL and then click on that image, right click on the image. Remember, this session is entirely on how do we link things into our dashboards. Here we are linking the address of your office. So you go to link. Now here there is link existing page, but this time we are linking a page, and we are linking a page with a URL. Place, not a place email, not an email, existing or website. So I will pages, just a moment. There is linking URL.
Did we save? We did not save the link. I don't know.
No, we saved the link. So here even, just a moment, let's first link this and I'll do okay. Yeah. So we have linked the other, you see this link, which even if someone taps my dashboard on the phone, they are coming to my office, they should be easily redirected directly on Google Maps. So since I've attached this image, which shows where my office is, which means if this person clicks on that image, he goes directly on the website and it opens for them NSSF offices. It means at this point now the person can say direction and then it will show them, you move left, right. You know, on phone, it will show you and start telling you move left in 500 meters, turn right. The easiest way you can link your dashboard. It means that if I've shared this with my clients, they can always click here and tell someone that, oh, you know, you're going to go to town, you go to this road, and that's where you're going to find their offices. Such that I don't give people hard time to look out where my office is, already given. Here it shows where I am. So I'm in Chirinya, it is showing me where the offices are. But always there you'll put your offices. In case you want to know how you put a pin on Google Maps and anyone can always search for it, you can reach me out. You can put your home, your office, your business on Google Maps with ease, so long as you have a Gmail account. So you see, we have now got some purpose to this. You can come here, you put maybe a text box. We can put a shape here, like this, and have this shape white. We have no fill with it, and you have a white fill. So here you can go ahead here and insert now text boxes like this, and insert maybe WhatsApp. That is a plus 256 77 2939 31. So that is our WhatsApp. You can increase this. Remember, here we on the home page. Now this is the purpose why you should have a home page, such that these details don't clash with the data under summary or under details. So you can go ahead and pick now a WhatsApp icon. You bring it here such that you don't have to type the word WhatsApp. So you can go here, WhatsApp icon, PNG. Why I search for PNG? Because they have a transparent background. So I will right click on this and save it. Save image, or you can even copy image, and you come directly here and you paste the image like this. but it has come with a background. So you can go on picture format and remove background. Make sure I want to remain with anything green. So you come and say keep areas, mark areas to keep. I remove this purple from there. Even mark here, mark that white. This. So you keep marking. Excel will detect the areas that match and remain. So the moment you do that, you say keep the changes. It is going to remain with the WhatsApp icon. You come and put it here. Then you can even, let me remove the outline on that number. You just come remove. Why am I removing the outline? You see it is having a border which I don't want. So I click on it, on the border. Shape outline, I say no outline. So I already have here my number. So you can go ahead and copy and paste this. Copy, paste. I have this as my email. That is subtech@gmail.com. Increase this. Now let's go and pick email icon. So email icon, come on images. I want the one that is colored. That's the one that is colored. This. You can copy image. Go to our sheet. Paste the image here. It comes with a background, but that is no longer a problem with us. You can even crop it first. Here, there is crop here, so that we remove that extra space. That one. This. Then you click on that to accept the copy. But remember, when we need to remove that background such that it remains transparent, you come and remove. Now, when you say remove background, it will auto detect. Then if there are things that are put on pink, it means they will disappear if I accept it. So come and say I want to mark things to keep. If it has selected things I want it to remove, I will still mark areas to remove. Let me start with areas to keep. Remember, I want to keep that red graphic. You just pass a drawing for it. It will detect the other patterns, how it looks like. You see this? Now, there is this middle white. I don't want it. Then I will say mark areas to remove. I come and mark it like this. You see, it has been already marked. Just make it perfect. You can go ahead and continue marking until it is perfect. When you feel it is perfect, keep changes. Go on. So you pick that icon and put it there. You see? Actually, even this shape, we never needed it. Do you know? We never needed this shape just to make our things. So on these text boxes, let's remove the white background. We remove the outline. Let's remove even the background, no background. Then we make this white. We make our font white, and we bold the font, and we increase. So this, so it is too much. I've gone overboard. Now, you see here we have a home page. Like you find websites have home pages, but whatever they want you to see is not on the home page. You have to click and look for it. Now, if anyone came on Subtech Online Sales Dashboard, immediately I see, hey, these guys get a total calls of this. At the moment when I'm seeing the other picture in the background, I know that this is a call center. They make calls and do sales. Maybe they are doing marketing for another business. They have reached these calls. These are the total calls. They have reached these calls. They have closed these deals. They have made this value to whatever business they are dealing with. They say, this is the catch. Either let me WhatsApp this guy, let me send them an email that I need to do marketing for me because I'm starting off a business of selling maybe lotions, maybe soap and all that. Then if I want to go to there, already I'm still on the dashboard. I may not need the details for now, but on the home page, I can click now here. Okay, these guys, their office is here. I'm in Imbuya, which means I can drive there. Click. It will take you on the website direction, and I will be there in their offices. But if I now want to look at the summary, Obviously, data protection, not all data is supposed to be seen by public. You give people what they need to see. Then you can give them like a summary and they look through, oh, they have maybe a salesperson who they are these personnel, this is their performance, their guys are doing well, which means if I go there and request for 2 salesperson to do for me sales, well and good. These are the calls they have made every month. They are on top of their game. The calls they close and what they have done. That's a summary. Then if you want them to have the details, we are going to look at those details. Actually, on details, we may not need this. So we may go ahead and remove some columns here. That's a challenge. Now let's undo. Now, removing columns, sometimes you may need, let's do like this. Just a moment. What we need now is we can get out a way on how to display this. Yes, here we can go ahead and increase. Obviously, it increases the page, which is not what we need. But we can always make sure that these keep intact, or you can first move them on the left. You work on you reduce on the columns on the right to make sure that it broadens. I leave that as an assignment to you. Use whatever knowledge you have been using to make sure that you have at least these details fitting here. Let me delete this. And we have this here. So this sales performance can run up to the end like this. And we can put that in the middle. Oh, this was a different, we can put that in the middle like this and increase maybe its font like that. So sales performance details. So, So we are trying to pick shape. It means I will want you to play with, you first move all these shapes on the side. You reduce on this number of columns such that when you put a pivot, it spreads to all the space. Then the summary, you can leave it like this. This is enough for the summary, what we had last time, which means you're starting off with the dashboard you shared last time. But you're going to create all these details we have created. Then maybe in the next 10 minutes, if we don't have any questions, I want to show you how we link dynamic subtitles. If we want to show the maximum month here, we can always come to this analyze. So on analyze, we can pick out the maximum month here. Then we create our dynamic headers. Now, what is the maximum month here? So we can pick maximum first, like what is the max? Under this, the max, we shall always use the formula max. Then you select the whole of this. Enter. The maximum is this. And if we check this using VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, what does it correspond with on the left? If this is the maximum, then what does it correspond with on the left? Because we need that month. So what it corresponds with on the left, you can use an XLOOKUP, you can use a VLOOKUP, but remember you can't use a VLOOKUP because this is on the right and we need something on the left. So here we can say XLOOKUP, we are looking up this, comma, then the lookup array, we are looking up this, comma, and we are returning this. So here it would have given us Feb. That's what I was looking for. Such that when we create a dynamic header, we are trying to create a dynamic subtitle. I'm going to show you how we create it. We want to put a description. This is the maximum, maybe the month of this was the month when we had the maximum call conversion rate. So let's have that heading. So I will say equals to semicolons. Any description we are going to work with, we shall put in semicolons. Then I will say the month of space, close that. We put and, then we select the cell where the month is. Month, it means to read month of Feb, then and again, we open quotes, we say space, had the max, then since we have the heading here, the average call conversion rate, so we can close this and do and. The moment you want to reference to another cell, you have to put an and, select this, and. So we are saying month of G16, which is Feb, had the maximum, and it will read for us average call conversion rate percentage of, then you put quotes, space, of. Now we want to bring this number, you close the quotes, and then you click on this. So the moment I enter, guys, this is what we are having. Month of Feb had the maximum average call conversion rate percentage of this. Now this number of our percentage is not coming as a percentage as how we need it. That is this. So we shall put it in a text function. Open. We give it here a format. Our format is going to be open quotes. You put a 0.0% and close quotes. You'll get this. Don't worry if you don't get it at the first catch. So if I enter, you see it is giving us month of Feb had the maximum average conversion rate of 54%. Now, this is my first header on this. So I will come and bring this one here. So you'll come and insert a text box. Where is text box? Where is text box? Here. You insert a text box. This is the text box. You come and put the text box here. Then this text box, click on the edge, go to the formula bar, put equals, then go the other side where you're putting your variable headers. Come and select this and enter. Make sure that you increase this to run up to the end. I have to reduce on the area chart. It is the one I have to reduce downwards. Then move this here and enlarge. So I will have this somehow faint, not to have a sharp color. I'll have it somehow faint with that gray. I can increase on the gray. Then I think for now we can go with that. Then I will show you how you can even have the numbers with a different color. But for now, I think let's put it blue. Let's put it blue. Yeah, let's put it blue. Now you'll see that every time we change the names, this is going to be dynamic. You see the month of Feb, all of them, because I have not selected any person, month of Feb had the maximum average call conversion rate of 54%. If I click on Aiden changes. You see now month of March had the maximum this of 66. Because when you look at March, this is it. When you click on Charlie, it changes. It is already now dynamic. It means I'm easily telling the person reading, by the way, this is what I want you to focus on. If you have to make a decision, focus on this. So that's how we make variables. So you see when I click on Ethan, it changes. This, it changes. You can even put the name of the person. That Ethan had the maximum Boo, 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 boo. You make it. So I know we shall touch more on these variables, but I've given you a hint. Watch the video, play around with it, create the variable subtitles on these charts, such that it can always explain what you want people to look at. And this dynamic is this side. It changes with what you have selected here. It means if I want, I can even add the name. How do I add the name? I can come here, where we put, then I put equals, I click on this, then here I say, which means to read for me the name, then I start with had, this had the maximum. Now this had, I put it first, I bring this had here, you copy. Actually, I can cut it, then I bring it here, then the month thing, had the maximum, then I bring this here, this, cut. I'm rearranging to make sure that it makes sense. So it means it will, when I click, it will click. Actually, here there is supposed to be an and. That's why it was not linking others. It will read Liam had the maximum. It reads the G. The maximum, where is the number? The number is in green. This number has to come this side. But you can rearrange. Add the maximum that month of that, make up the English. So you see it reads the name, which means when I come to the summary, it is reading Liam. If I click on Ameria, it will read Ameria had the maximum month. Rearrange the English to make sure that it gives sense. Here he had 100%. Bob, it will read Bob. Evans, it will read Evans. Manson, it will read Manson. So guys, that's how you can easily, actually you can remove this border, shape, outline, no outline. Now it is easy. Now it means that if I remove all of them, it will read the first person who is Aiden. So you can even play with that. Maybe in the next session, I'll show you how we play with that, so such that here we always have all, not looking at the first person if all of them are selected, not looking at Aiden because it is no longer Aiden. So that's it, guys. We are on dot on our time, the 2 hours, and I don't want to overstretch it. I know we have recorded this. I should be able to put this for you after I've edited it, for you to go through and try out some things. But I need us now to upgrade the previous dashboard we did to this level. I think you see where we have come from. So now I have a fully fledged dashboard with different pages that even you can have different departments, logistics, sales, procurement. You have their own, everyone clicks on his dashboard to look at their own bit. But we have done all this in Excel. Now you can do this simpler with Looker Studio, with Power BI, with Tableau. There are many applications outside there. But if you go to a company that may not afford those tools I've talked about, you can easily use Excel.